say a man's home is his castle, but without that woman it's just a pile of cold stone. Lord have mercy, pull that velvet curtain shut, leave the world outside. Listen to the truth I'm about to testify. The boulevard is a ribbon of asphalt and neon dreams, ripping at the edges and bursting at the seams. I've been sailing this city like a ship with a broken mast, trying to outrun a future that looks too much like the past. The rain is a raincoat of sorrow on every window pane, a lonesome percussion playing a melody of pain. But I come back to the porch like you always leave, burning bright, a little piece of heaven in the middle of a wicked night. You don't ask for the stars or a crown of polished gold, just a hand to hold on to when the winter wind grows cold. The storm is howling, trying to shake the very ground, looking for a victim that can never be found. But I ain't shaking, I ain't looking for the door. I found the only peace I ever needed and a whole lot more. Oh, you are the heavy anchor in my drifting tide, the only place left where a weary man can hide when the world is a whirlwind of ashes and gray smoke. You're the solid truth in every word I ever spoke. Sweet salvation, honey, you're my saving grace. I've walked through the valley where the shadows like to grow, with a pocket full of nothing and nowhere left to go. I've seen the high rollers turn into dust on the street, and the bitterness of victory tasting just like defeat. But you took my rough edges and you sanded them down smooth, with a gospel of kindness and a heart full of truth. You're the whiskey in the evening that settles my trembling hand, the only soul alive who truly understands a man. The jukebox is playing a record we used to call our own, and for the first time in forever I don't feel alone. Oh, you are the heavy anchor in my drifting tide, the only place left where a weary man can hide when the world is a whirlwind of ashes and gray smoke. You're the solid truth in every word I ever spoke. Sweet salvation, honey, you're my saving grace. I've been a runner, I've been a ghost in the rain, I've carried the baggage of 1,000 types of pain. You took the chain and you turned them into lace, just by the light shining out from your beautiful face. I'm standing on the rock, I'm finally standing tall, because of you, baby, I ain't ever gonna train whistle a long and lonely sound. I'm staying right here where the real love is found. We'll watch the silhouette of the city fade away to black. There ain't nothing out there that's gonna make me look back. The world can keep its glory, its glitter and its fame, as long as you're the one who's whispering my name. The fire's getting low, but the warmth is staying deep, safe inside the promises we both intend to keep. Oh, you are the heavy anchor salvation, honey. You're my saving grace. Stay right there, don't you move. Yeah, you keep me steady through the storm and the sorrow. Listen to me now. You're my redemption, my sweet, sweet redemption. Yeah,
the clock is ticking like a heartbeat in an empty room. But the bottle is still half full and my spirit's just getting warm. Sit down, brother, don't rush the night. There's a lot of truth left in this glass before the sun comes looking for us. The moon is a pale silhouette caught in the window frame, while the velvet shadows whisper the syllables of your name. I'm sitting at the table where the wood is stained with the years, a sanctuary built of a rhythm, dust and a few old tears. The label on the glass is peeling like a forgotten map, while the city outside is falling into a restless nap. I see the ghost of us dancing in the amber and the light, two lonely stars burning holes through the middle of the night. The jukebox in the corner is humming a low, steady moan, keeping company with a man who's learned to be alone. The level in the bottle is a measure of my pride, keeping the heavy storm from breaking out inside. I ain't reaching for the bottom, I'm just savoring the slow, watching the embers of the evening start to glow. Oh, the bottle's half full and the heartaches have gone. I'm leaning on the music just to carry me to the dawn. It's a long, dark boulevard between the memory and the man, but I'm holding on to mercy with a trembling, steady hand. Sweet midnight, be my witness, I'm still standing in the rain. They say the morning is a healer, but the morning is a thief, stealing the silver linings and the beauty of the grief. I've got enough fire in this glass to keep the winter at the door, and enough gospel in my bones to keep me asking for more. The strings are rising up like a prayer for the lost and found, lifting my heavy spirit right up off the muddy ground. You were the melody I couldn't quite learn how to play, the sunset promise that I let just slip away. Now the ice is melting down into a puddle of regret, but I'm still the king of this parlor, I ain't finished yet. Oh, the bottle's half full and the heartaches have gone. I'm leaning on the music just to carry me to the dawn. It's a long, dark boulevard between the memory and the man, but I'm holding on to mercy with a trembling, steady hand. Sweet midnight, be witness, I'm still standing in the rain. I've walked the railroad tracks of sorrow, I've worn the heavy chain, but there's a quiet glory flowing through my tired veins. I don't need no neon sign to show me where to turn. I've got the heat of the whiskey and the lessons that I've learned. Lord, let the heavens scream. Let the Spirit testify. The tide is coming in, but I'm anchored to this chair, tracing your silhouette in the cold and the smoky air. The bottle's still got a story that it's waiting to reveal, the only thing in this hollow world that feels truly real. I'll sip the sorrow slow, like a vintage holy wine, until the constellations and the memories align. All the bottles half full and the heartaches half gone. I'm leaning on the music just to carry me to the dawn. It's a long dark boulevard between the memory and the man, but I'm holding on to mercy with a trembling steady hand. Sweet midnight, be my witness, I'm still standing in the rain. Oh Lord, just a little bit more. Keep it steady now. Listen to me. Yeah, there's still a few sips of redemption left. Don't you turn out that light yet. We're just getting to the good part, the quiet part. Oh, have mercy.
Listen to that sky crying. It's got the right idea. The whiskey's nearly gone and the memories are starting to crowd the room. Let's take it slow. Real slow. This one's for the shadows we leave behind.
The street lamp is a lonely eye, watching the boulevard while the wind plays a melody that hits me twice as hard. I'm tracing the rim of this glass like a man on a ledge, searching for a promise or the ghost of a broken pledge. The smoke from my cigar is a gray and winding vine, wrapping around the heartache that I used to call mine. I see a silhouette dancing on the brick and the stone, a beautiful reminder that I'm sitting here alone. The jukebox is silent, but the silence is too loud. I'm looking for a silver lining in a charcoal cloud. The night is a raincoat that doesn't keep out the chill. The world is a wheel that's forgotten how to stand still. I'm building a fire with the letters I'll never send, waiting for the sorrow to finally find an end. Oh, I'm just a silhouette lost in the pouring rain, trying to find a heartbeat in a world of velvet pain. The whiskey is a lantern that's burning down to the wick. The walls are getting closer and the air is getting thick. Just a lonesome shadow looking for a place to lie. I remember the kitchen and the smell of the morning brew, before I traded the sunshine for a shade of midnight blue. Now I'm a regular at the table in the back of the hall, talking to the cracks that are spreading on the wall. I've got a suitcase of dreams that are starting to rust, and a heart that's been settled with a thick layer of dust. The saxophone is sleeping in its velvet-lined case, like the smile that's vanished from your beautiful face. The rain is a railroad clicking on the tracks of my mind, leaving the better parts of my life far behind. Some shadow looking for a place to lie. The clock is a hammer striking the hour of 2, reminding me of everything I didn't say to you. I give up the glory, give up the heavy gold, just for a piece of the story that we haven't told. Let the piano weep, let the strings begin to moan. Spirit is a dying, flickering flame. I'll stay in this raincoat until the clouds turn to gray, and the ghost of your silhouette finally fades away. The pavement is shining like a river of black ink, giving me a moment to stop and finally think. Oh, I'm just a silhouette lost in a pouring rain, trying to find a heartbeat in a world of velvet pain. The whiskey is a lantern that's burning down to the wick. The walls are getting closer and the air is getting thick. Just a lonesome shadow looking for a place to lie.
Stay in the light. Now, Lord, Lord, have mercy. It's just me in the rain now. The bottle's dry, but the story's still dripping. Listen to me now. So cold, so lonely.
A heavy vibrating bass, no dropper. You ever look at your hands and wonder where all the time went? It's written right there in the creases. Lord, the ledger is heavy tonight. Let's talk about the price of a soul. The shadows are tall and they're leaning against the door, like creditors waiting to settle a long-standing score. I'm sitting in the glow of a single flickering bowl, watching the silence turn into a heavy velvet engulf. I've got a ledger of hours that I spent like a fool, breaking every heart and breaking every golden rule. The whiskey is a witness, amber and clear in the light, testifying against me in the middle of this hollow night. The floorboards are groaning under the weight of my sin, wondering when the penance is finally gonna begin. The city is a graveyard of dreams that never took flight, wrapped in the tattered linen of a cold and lonely night. I'm pulling on the thread of a memory I can't let go, watching the river of sorrow start to overflow. It's a heavy price for a velvet-lined cage, reading the ink on a dusty and yellowed out page. I'm a man of high, standing with my knees on the floor, begging for a mercy that I ain't seen no more. Sweet redemption, don't you close that door on me. I remember the garden when the lilies were tall and white, before I traded the morning for the secrets of the night. Now I've got a palace built of charcoal and cold ash, and a heart that's been broken by the heavy silver lash. The guitar is weeping a melody of rust and gray, singing about the sunshine that I threw so far away. I've got diamonds in my pocket, but gravel in my soul, trying to find a way to make a broken spirit whole. The ice in my glass is a mountain of frozen tears, carving out the canyons of all these wasted years. Oh, it's a heavy price for a velvet-lined cage, reading the ink on a dusty and yellowed out page. I'm a man of high, standing with my knees on the floor, begging for a mercy that I ain't seen no more. Sweet redemption, don't you close that door on me. Yeah. The Hammond is screaming like a woman in the dark, searching for a fire but finding only a spark. I've been the hammer and I've been the cold hard nail, sailing on a ship with a tattered and torn up sail. Lord, let the thunder roll, let the truth be told. I'm tired of being lonely and I'm tired of being cold. So I'll sign my name at the bottom of the final sheet and walk out to the corner where the rain and the sidewalk meet. The bottle is a hollow shell, empty and stripped of grace, reflecting the lines of this weary and weathered face. I'm heading for the station on the very last midnight train to see if I can wash away the heavy permanent stain. Oh, it's a heavy price for a velvet-lined cage, reading the ink on a dusty and yellowed out page. I'm a man of high, standing with my knees on the floor, begging for a mercy that I ain't seen no more. Sweet redemption, don't you close that door on me. Oh Lord, open up that door. I'm standing here so tired, yeah. The ledger's closed now, nothing left to do but wait for the light. Listen to me, can you hear the rain? It's almost over, almost home.
Look at that sky, it's turning that shade of blue that hurts your heart. The stars are getting tired, and the bottle, well, she's still got a few secrets left for me. Pull that coat tight, brother, we're almost through the valley. The shadows are retreating to the corners of the room, while the morning air is heavy with the scent of coming doom. I'm staring at the label on this glass of liquid grief, watching the hours wither like a brown and fallen leaf. I've got a mountain of memories that I'm trying to climb, while I'm trapped inside the ticking of this unforgiving time. The street outside is silent, even the stray dogs have gone, leaving me to face the terrified coming of the dawn. My hands are shaking slightly as I reach for one more pour, listening for a footstep that won't echo anymore. The sun is
a predator waiting just behind the hill, while the rest of the weary world is lying deathly still. The tension in my spirit is a bridge about to break underneath the heavy weight of every choice I didn't make. Oh, I'm caught on the blue side of the morning light, trying to negotiate with the ghost of every night. The whiskey's still whispering, but I can't hear the words over the lonely calling of the early waking birds. Sweet mercy, let the darkness linger just a little while. I remember when the evening was a promise and a song, before I learned how easily a right can turn to wrong. I've worn this tuxedo like a suit of rusted mail, sailing through the city on a tattered velvet sail. Now the Hammond is wailing like a mother for a child, while the rhythm of my heartbeat is running dark and wild. I see your silhouette in every curl of gray blue smoke, a beautiful reminder of every promise that I broke. The ice has turned to water and the fire's turned to ash, leaving me with nothing but the sting of the silver lash. Oh, I'm caught on the blue side of the morning light, trying to negotiate with the ghost of every night. The whiskey's still whispering, but I can't hear the words over the lonely calling of the early waking birds. Sweet mercy, let the darkness linger just a little while. The strings are rising up like a flood of salt and sea, trying to wash the permanent stain right out of me. I've been the high roller, I've been the king of the street, but now I'm just a man admitting his own defeat. Lord, let the organ scream, let the gospel take the lead. I'm planting all my sorrows like a harvest of the sea. So I'll drink the final measure as the sky begins to pale, and watch the stars go out like a light inside a jail. The bottle's got a little left, a drop of amber gold, to keep me from the shivering and the coming of the cold. I'll walk out to the balcony and watch the city wake, and feel the heavy foundation of my spirit start to shake. Oh, I'm caught on the blue side of the morning light, trying to negotiate with the ghost of every night. The whiskey's still whispering, but I can't hear the words over the lonely calling of the early waking birds. Sweet mercy, let the darkness linger just a little while. Oh, Lord, just a little more time. Don't let the sun come up yet, so blue, so cold. There it is, the first light. The bottle still got a sip, but the night is officially dead. Listen to me now, I'm still here, I'm still standing, barely. Pour another measure of that liquid gold.
the sun's gone down, but the fire's just starting to burn. Pull up a chair, son. Let me tell you about the silhouette I can't forget. The ice is dancing in a glass of cheaper bread. She's in shadows of a woman I haven't finished loving yet. The clock on the wall is alive, frozen at 9:30, while I'm drowning in a river of this bitter, burning wine. The wallpaper's peeling like the skin of a bruiser heart, watching the evening finish what the morning couldn't start. I've got a stack of letters that I'll never have the nerve to mail. Just a weary traveler stuck on a rusted one-way rail. The street lamps outside are flickering in the pouring rain, like a heartbeat pulsing through a heavy iron chain. The bartender's eyes are heavy with the secrets of the street. He knows the sound of a man admitting his own defeat. The velvet room is closing in, turning cold and gray as the last of the daylight finally withers away. Oh, it's a long way down to the bottom of the amber well, trading my heaven for a story that I'm too tired to tell. There's a ghost in the bottle and a storm in my weary soul, trying to find a piece of the love that used to be whole. Just a whiskey so rare in the middle of the night. She had a voice like silk and a heart like a jagged stone. Left me sitting in this parlor, king of nothing, all alone. Traded the garden for a sidewalk paved in ash and dust, watching my silver promises turn into flakes of us. Every shape is a memory, every's follow with a sin, wondering where the man ends and the shadow begins. The jukebox is humming a tune from a better, brighter year, but the melody is muffled by the salt of a falling tear. I'm a silhouette dancing with a ghost that I can't hold in a world that's grown quiet and a heart that's grown old. Oh, it's a long way down to the bottom of the amber well, trading my heaven for a story that I'm too tired to tell. There's a ghost in the bottle and a storm
neon sign is buzzing. Like a hornet in my burn, singing a gospel song and a litany of pain. I ain't looking for mercy, I ain't looking for the sign, just looking for a way. Stop the ticking of the time. High notes, low spirits, in a bottle half dead, with a thousand lonely voices ringing inside my head. So leave the bottle on the table and turn my lamps down low. I got nowhere left to run and nowhere left to go. The moon has a pale thin coin that the sky refused to spin. Just a lonesome road, waiting for the inevitable end. I'll find my salvation in the bottom of this vast night. Before the great morning brings the unwanted light. No, no more honey, no more honey, no more lies to spare. You see this machine? It seemed more heartache than a Sunday morning confession. Oh, the dust is thick, but the rhythm is still pure. Pull your collar up, son, the rain's coming down and the whiskey's going low. The boulevard is a river of neon and cold gray stone, and I'm just a silhouette dancing on the sidewalk all alone. The jukebox in the corner is a cathedral for the lost, counting up the memories and calculating the cost. I got a pocket full of silver, but a spirit made of lead, walking through the conversations of everything we said. The rain is drumming a rhythm on my worn-out leather shoes, while the saxophone is preaching the gospel of the blues. the gathering of the harm. The smoke is curling upward like a ghost in a silk dress, a beautiful reminder of a life in a holy mess. I'm staring at the bubbles rising in my lonely glass, waiting for the heavy cloud of yesterday to pass. Oh, there's dust on the jukebox and ashes in my soul, trying to find the pieces that'll make me feel whole. The needle's digging deep in a groove of sweet regret, chasing after a woman that I haven't finished with yet. Just a midnight sailor on a sea of velvet blue. Oh, the rhythm's getting faster, my heart is beating loud. I'm looking for a silver lining in a charcoal cloud. I don't need no pity and I don't need no helping hand. I just need a melody that the broken understand. Let the brass section wail, let the spirit take control. So drop another nickel and let the record spin around until the heavy silence is buried in the sound. I'll stay here in the shadows until the morning light turns gray and the jukebox stops singing about the ones who walked away. The whiskey is a fire that's burning down to the spark, leaving me to navigate the secrets of the dark. Oh, there's dust on the jukebox and ashes in my soul, trying to find the pieces that'll make me feel whole. The needle's digging deep in a groove of sweet regret, chasing after a woman that I haven't finished with yet. Just a midnight sailor on a sea of velvet blue. Yeah, that's the one. Let it scratch, let it pop. We're all just records spinning in the dark, ain't we? Listen to me now. Oh Lord, the heartache, the sweet, sweet sorrow. Oh. Yeah, that's the one.
Now, the birds are starting to argue with the silence. The bottle's got one last sip, just enough to say goodbye to the night. Don't look at the clock, son. Time's already done its damage. Let's finish this story before the world wakes up. The shadows are folding like an old man's tired hands, leaving the secrets of the night to the morning's demands. I'm looking at the dust dancing in the first shaft of light, watching the final funeral of a long and heavy night. The glass is a prism, catching the gray and the gold, reflecting a story that's been far too many times told. I've got a suitcase of echoes and a heart full of lead, replaying the verses of everything that we never said. The velvet lounge is empty, just the ghosts and the chairs, and a man who's run out of all his desperate prayers. The street lamp flickers once and then it finally goes blind, leaving the wreckage of the evening far behind. I'm standing on the threshold where the dark meets the day, searching for the sun to climb over the stony hill. Sweet redemption, come and carry me through the door. the fire when it was a raging holy flame, before I turned it into a cold and a bitter game. I've spent my silver on the glitter and the neon glow. Now I'm the last traveler with nowhere left to go. The Hammond is a humming like a hive of golden bees, bringing me down, Lord, right down to my weary knees. I see your face in the porcelain in the morning dew, a beautiful ghost that I'm still trying to talk to. The city is waking with a low and a rumbling moan, reminding the sinner that he's waking up all alone. I'm staring at the bottom of the very last glass, watching the parade of my own vanity pass. The whiskey's gone quiet and the spirit's grown still, waiting for the sun to climb over the stony hill. Sweet redemption, come and carry me through the door. I've been the mountain and I've been the valley low. I've been the river with nowhere left to flow. But now the air is clearing and the clouds are moving on, and I'm just a silhouette caught in the teeth of the dawn. Lord, let the guitar weep, let the strings begin to sigh. I'm saying my last hello and my very last goodbye. So I'll tip the glass back and I'll swallow the final drop and wait for the spinning of the world to finally stop. The bottle's a hollow shell, transparent and clean, the only honest thing that this weary night has seen. I'll put on my hat and I'll step out into the street where the cold morning air and the heavy pavement meet. Oh, I'm staring at the bottom of the very last glass, watching the parade of my own vanity pass. The whiskey's gone quiet and the spirit's grown still, waiting for the sun to climb over the stony hill. Sweet redemption, come and carry me through the door. Sweet redemption, come and carry me through the door. One last drop for the road, for the memories, Lord, have mercy. Yeah, it's finished, the bottle's dry, the night's gone, and I'm still here, just a man in the morning light. Listen to me now, walking home, finally walking home.
Whoa. Look at that. The sun didn't forget us after all. The bottle's empty, the shadows are gone, and I'm still standing on my own 2 feet. It's a new day, Brothers and sisters, let the music wash the night away. I'm going home. The city is shaking all the dust of a long dark dream, waking up to the rhythm of a brand new theme. The neon signs are sleeping, they're buzzing finally still, while the morning breeze is dancing on the windowsill. I folded up my sorrow like a worn out woolen coat, and I'm casting off the anchor of this heavy sinking boat. The sidewalk is a stage and the sky is a velvet blue, giving me a vision of a life that's born anew. I'm leaving the smoke and the whiskey in the parlor of the past, finding a peace that I pray is gonna finally last. The choir of the birds is singing high above the street, a melody of mercy for every soul they meet. I'm stretching out my arms and I'm breathing in the air, leaving behind the burden of my yesterday's despair. Oh, I'm walking into the golden light,
saying a long goodbye
to the middle of the night.
The bottles on the table,
but the spirits in the sky,
watching the heavy clouds of the evening drift on by.
Sweet salvation, I can finally see the shore. I walk through the furnace and I walk through the rain. I've carried the luggage of 1,000 types of pain, but the light is a hammer breaking every silver chain, clearing out the shadows and the permanent dark stain. The hammer is roaring like a lion in the sun, telling the world that the long, hard race is run. I see the people waking, I see the children start to play in the beautiful glory of a brand new Saturday. I ain't a ghost no more, I ain't a silhouette in gray. I'm a man of flesh and blood, finding his own way. Oh, I'm walking into the golden light,
saying a long goodbye
to the middle of the night.
The bottles on the table,
But the spirits in the sky,
watching the heavy clouds of the evening drift on by.
sweet salvation, I can finally see the shore. Let the brass section scream,
Let the tambourine ring,
I've got a brand new song.
that I'm ready to sing.
I've been the beggar
And I've
been the lonely king, but I wouldn't trade the morning for any earthly thing. Lord, I'm free.
Can't you see that I'm finally free?
The morning sun is shining down all over me. The boulevard is rolled and the shadows are small. I'm standing upright, I'm standing 10 feet tall. The glass is just a memory, the whiskey's just a scent of a night that was borrowed and a life that was spent. I'll keep on moving until I find my front door, and I won't be looking back at the darkness anymore. The light is my compass, the rhythm is my soul. Finally, I am feeling whole. Oh, I'm walking into the golden light,
Saying a long goodbye
to the middle of the night.
bottles on the table,
But the spirits in the sky,
watching the heavy clouds of the evening drift on by.
sweet salvation, I can finally see the shore. lady, don't let that fire go out. Just keep it in your heart. I'll see you on the other side. I'm going home now. I'm going home. I'm going home.
You see this machine, it seems more heartache than a Sunday morning confessional. The dust is thick, but the rhythm is still pure. Pull your collar up, son, the rain's coming down and the whiskey's going low. The boulevard is a river of neon and cold gray stone, and I'm just a silhouette dancing on the sidewalk all alone. The jukebox in the corner's a cathedral for the lost, counting up the memories and calculating the cost. I got a pocket full of silver, but a spirit made of lead, walking through the conversations of everything we said. The rain is drumming a rhythm of my worn and leather shoes, while the saxophone is preaching the gospel of the blues. I'm a king without a kingdom, just a shadow in the hall, watching my reflection fade on my mahogany wall. The whiskey's getting cloudy in this dim and flickering light, while the railroad whistle's crying in the belly of the night. The tension's building up like a storm about to break, and I'm just trying to keep from drowning in this heartbreak lake. Oh, there's dust on the jukebox and ashes in my soul, trying to find the pieces that'll make me feel whole. The needle's digging deep in a groove of sweet regret, chasing after a woman that I haven't finished with yet. Just a midnight sailor on a sea of velvet blue. I remember when the music sounded like a brand new day.